Okay, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and share with you one of the revelations that Yah had given to me concerning the timeline, which is a concrete idea of the timeline of the fulfillment of the wealth transfer. Now, like I said, at first I didn't think that I was going to share this with anyone because it was personal, having to do with personal instructions for me, for myself. Okay, so in this experience, it was actually a very vivid dream, which could even cross over to being a vision. It was very, very real and totally unexpected. Okay, so in this dream, it started with my niece. My niece now resides in Canada, and in reality, she would come and visit each year at around Christmas time. Now, in this experience, my niece had came to visit me with her college roommate, with her college friend, and while she came, they went out, and I went with them. Now, it so happened that in the dream, they dropped me off, or rather, they went with me to the Nissan dealership. And so I went to purchase a vehicle cash. And I also remember that I took out my debit card, and I was getting ready to pay for this vehicle in cash. That was surprising. That was amazing. And so I remember while in the experience, I had asked my niece if she knows what a SUT was, which stands for a sport utility truck. So basically, I was getting ready to purchase the most luxurious pickup truck at Nissan, at the Nissan dealership. And I was getting ready to purchase it cash, beloveds. And that's amazing. So I took that as a straight up instructions from Yah, because in reality, I'm not going to say I would never, but I wasn't thinking about buying any Nissan vehicles at all. So I wasn't thinking about that. You know, that's when you know that you're getting instructions from the Yah. And I wasn't even thinking about buying a pickup truck at all either. However, I see myself going to purchase this vehicle in this experience. And the important part is I was getting ready to purchase it cash. Now, in reality, knowing the way I am and how Yah taught me, there is just no possible way that I'm going to end up purchasing any vehicle, let alone a sport utility truck, cash, unless in my net worth I had, like, the value of this vehicle, it must be literally about 1% of my net worth. Like, there's no way I'm going to be able to purchase that vehicle unless I literally have at least $10 million in the bank. Otherwise, I'm not going to do it because I wasn't taught that way, you see. You see, Yah's been teaching me wisdom concerning the how to manage my finances. And so I wouldn't do that in reality unless I have at least $10 million. At least. Okay, so you guys would never believe what happened next. After I'd wake up out of this dream, immediately I went online, and then I saw this video. I know, right? It also completely blew my mind because I was thinking, Lord, that was crystal clear. Like, the instructions was crystal clear. What are the odds of that? Yet I knew it had nothing to do with odds. But it was a clear message that Yah had given to me with clear instructions to purchase this vehicle when the time comes. And I was dumbfounded when I saw that it said Titan for Joseph. Because the very night before, I was dreaming that I was at the Nissan dealership getting ready to purchase this truck cash, this Nissan Titan truck. And I think that this was incredible. This was just awesome. Now, like I said before, this was an instruction for myself. It was a personal instruction given to me by Yah. Now, after I'd received this vision, I went and did some research and check out the specs on this Nissan truck. And it turns out it has an excellent engine. It sports a V8 engine, which is a very good and reliable engine. So now, let's try to figure out the timeline of the fulfillment of this vision. Okay, so usually, like I said, my niece usually comes to visit her mom every year is around Christmas time. However, last year in 2024, she didn't come. That was the first time she didn't actually get to come. So I'm thinking that this year, it's highly likely that she's going to visit in summer. Listen, I even try to be slick while talking to her the other day and was asking her, are you thinking of coming to Jamaica anytime soon? I saw you guys come here, both you and your friend. And she was like, we'll see, uncle. I want to come. And I'm there thinking to myself, there's no way this year is going to pass and she doesn't come to visit. If she doesn't come, if for some reason she doesn't get to come in the summer, which I strongly believe that she's going to come this summer, it will most definitely be the winter time. But this year will not pass and she doesn't come to visit her mom. Highly unlikely that will be. So there we have an idea of when the wealth transfer would have already occurred. I'm not saying that it's going to occur when she comes. No, that's not the interpretation. It would have been already occurred, because while she was here, I was going out to the Nissan dealership to purchase this vehicle cash, which means that something would have already occurred. Okay, so there we have an idea of the timeline. I'm expecting my niece to come to visit in the summer, and if not the summer, it would most definitely be in December. But I don't know 100% which one of them it will be, but I'm pretty sure that it will be one of them. It's either the summer or in December, with it being more likely to happen in the summertime. Because like I said, she's skipped a year, and it's been a while that she's visited her mom. And knowing her, I know that she's going to be here as soon as she possibly can. So there you have it, guys. Be hopeful, be watchful, and be expectant. For by this summer, or by the latest December, it would have already occurred. No more waiting for it to come. It would have already came and went. So that there is an idea of the timeline given to me based off of these revelations that Yah had given to me in dreams. Now, I hope that this revelation has been a blessing to many out there who have been hopeful and who have been constantly watching and wanting to know or get an idea of when this thing would occur, like myself. And that we'll continue to watch together and be expectant, because it'll be worth it whenever it happens, because we've been watching and waiting and sharing with each other. And we'll be all the more joyous and joyful whenever it is fulfilled, whenever it occurs. Now take care, and blessings from Yah. Shalom.